Ladies and gentlemen, today in the History Show, we will talk about one of the main topics in the world, materialism. What is driving power that influences people to do unexplainable things? We will interview three characters in history who have wanted all and have started drastic changes in the world due to their greed. Our first guest, Cleopatra.
Under a silver moon, tropical temperature, I feel my lotus bloom. Come closer.
Thank you for having me on the show.
It's a pleasure. Now, for those who don't know why Cleopatra is here on the show, let her explain to us some of her background.
I am a female leader in the times when men ruled the world. I did everything that was in my power to prevent my kingdom from falling into the hands of the Roman Empire. My life was filled with tragedy, and I even got to the extent of committing suicide before falling into the hands of Augustus. I am mostly considered greedy for negotiating Roman territory that had been won over by Roman soldiers. They say that the nations of Alexandria proved my greed, since Mark Antony and I distributed the lands held by Rome and Parthia amongst our children, and granted them many titles. This caused a fatal breach in Antony's relations with Rome, and it was one of the causes of the final war of the Roman Republic.
You seem like a woman who likes to get things done her way.
I would certainly consider myself as someone who gets what she wants. This would also apply to men. Many people say I can enchant them with my eyes. I believe that my power also captivates them. I will admit, I poisoned my own brother at the age of 15 because of my deep desire to rule and gain sole control of the kingdom. The first man I married was Julius Caesar. I remember I was dying to meet him, so I asked my slaves to roll me into a carpet, which was later given to him as a gift. When the carpet was unrolled, I was sprung out. He fell in love and married me. After he was killed by Brutus in Rome, Antony took over Egypt and he soon replaced Julius Caesar. It got to the point where he even left his wife Octavia to be with me. I could not get married, but claiming him as mine was enough.
Now, tell us what was buried inside your tomb.
I asked for many riches and gold. My main concern was to be buried, but also I wanted to be buried with Mark Antony. I was also filled with many material goods, such as food, jewelry, furniture, and many other things. It was not until the 21st century when they discovered my tomb.
Thank you very much. You have definitely proved yourself to be a materialistic queen of Egypt.
Now, our next guest is a man who tortured and committed crimes to get the power he desired. Give it up for King Leopold.
Hi, and thank you for the invitation. I couldn't miss any invitation that made me look like a powerful man. It all started with the exploration of Africa. I led my men into the exploration, wanting to make huge profits out of the newly discovered land, which would ultimately make Belgium one of the most powerful countries in the world and create my own personal fortune. I would consider myself materialistic because all I wanted from that poor little country of the Congo was extract rubber and ivory.
Wow, your greed is impressive. Now tell me, what made it easy to conquer the Congo?
What made it a piece of cake was my reasons. I disguised my real reasons by telling all those ignorants that I was going to bring the Western civilization to the inhabitants of the Congo and suppress the slave trade. I forced Congolese labor and threatened anyone who wasn't willing to cooperate. The torture, such as mutilation or death, if anyone opposed to working for me, I would chop their head right off. I kidnapped the women and the children and created my army from the Congolese people.
Did you finally achieve your goal? Did you get all the power and riches that you desired?
My regime was finally responsible for about 2 to 15 million deaths of the Congolese. Of course, I achieved my goal. I made about 220 million francs, which is equivalent to $1.1 billion out of the Congo. So I would say that all the pain brought to those people helped me gain my fortune. To me, getting everything I wanted was about my morals and values, and I'll even say I'm not sorry for the crimes I committed because they made me the man I am today.
Thank you, King Leopold. I hope your fortunes paid off for the rest of your life. Did they accept cash or check in hell?
Okay, now for our next and last interview, we will bring these three lovely ladies all the way from wherever they are shooting their reality show. Please give a warm round of applause for the Kardashian sisters.
Hey guys, so those of you watching the history show right now, it's Kim here, and I just wanted to say we miss our sister a lot.
Yeah.
Like, totally, and she missed the show.
Like-
Where are you? Duh. So we're gonna FaceTime call her in the show during the interview, and she's gonna answer some of the questions.
Let's do it then.
Go pee fucking.
Hello, ladies, and welcome to the History Show. You are one of the top TV stars of the 21st century. But tell me, how is it that you achieved this?
Hi, well, thanks to our daddy, because he was the super big person in the lawyering business, and he had this giant case which made him famous. And our mom comes from a wealthy family, and we sisters are successful due to our modeling jobs, fashion stores like Dash, and we're major entrepreneurs.
Would you consider yourself materialistic? What do you think that shows keeping up with the Kardashians? Kim and Khloe Take Miami, Kourtney and Khloe Take Miami, Khloe and Lamar, etc. say about you and your family.
Yeah, definitely. We all like our fair share of things, and everything that sparkles is meant to be mine. The bigger, the better.
Diamond! Keep it. I feel sorry for the people who can't afford as much as we do. Peasants. Guess who really won the lottery?
I would think that our show is the bomb. It's empowering towards every viewer, and they get an insight of what our life is really like, and they understand what it feels like to be famous. Being famous is not an easy job.
Yeah.
You should see how many dresses and heels I have to throw away after wearing them just once. And now with my baby Northwest, I feel like I need to spend every single penny on her. She even has her own Oscar de la Renta dress valued in more than $1,000. A new addition to the family meant a bigger living space, so I had to sell my mansion in Calabasas, California, and spend $11 million on our dream house with Kanye. Our engagement only cost $3.3 million. He's so sweet, but I felt that the 15-karat gold engagement ring that cost $1.25 million was not enough.
Yeah. The viewer gets a view of our lives, and they also accompany us in our different trips around the world. They're there with us during our tough times. For me, it was when I announced my divorce with Lamar. At first, I tried to save as the expenses of our $7.5 million divorce, but in the end, we decided it would be the best decision. I feel like divorces definitely ruined the Kardashian family because Kim divorced Kris Humphries just after 72 days of marriage, and the marriage had cost her about $10 million. And now, my mom Kris had just split from her husband Bruce Jenner, which will probably just end in an expensive divorce like the rest of us.
Hey guys, I'm sorry I missed the show, but I'm currently in New York finishing my photo shoot for the Dash Boutique with my mom, the one and only Kris Jenner. But we would love to answer some questions. Of course, I would consider myself materialistic. How about you, Mom?
Of course, I consider myself materialistic, darling. I have 5 beautiful daughters and my son Rob. They're my life to me, so I wouldn't mind spending all the money in the world on them.
Thanks, Mom. The interviewer asked what the show says about us, and I think that nothing can be achieved without a little money. I feel much more comfortable when happy by having millions than by being depressed and poor.
I'd much rather cry on my Ferrari than cry in my bike.
The interviewer also asked about me and my family, and I think the viewer thinks that we're fake due to the amount of plastic surgery that we've had. I mean, look at her. She looks like 30. But what do you think, Mom?
Well, of course that we have plastic surgery. We all need a little job. Those wrinkles weren't going to go away on their own.
We're carefree about the amount of money we spend in these harsh times. We live glamorous lives and spend millions traveling around the world. We influence our viewers into spending money on our designer brands so that they can be more like us. For example, I have my own little doll custom made, and it's going to be on stores now so you can buy it. It's called the Barbara doll. Doesn't she look like me?
Of course she does, honey. That's why I spent all the money in the world creating her for you.
That way little girls can start to be like us. Isn't that great?
That would be awesome. Kardashians rule the world.
Oh yeah. But besides everything, we empower our female viewers to embrace who they are and their body shape. Chloe, you're fabulous even though you're fat. We love you. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for having us on the show.
Overall, I would say you girls are doing a sensational job at earning money. With this being our last interview, you can see that you don't have to live in modern times to be materialistic. Greed can often lead to wars for power and the struggle of being the best. This has happened since before all of us were born, and many can see it coming since the age of the dinosaurs still roamed the earth. Tyrannosaurus rex ate double the amount its food, not because it needed it, but just because no other predator could eat more than it. Thank you, dear viewers, for your patience. We all hope you liked today's topic.
You're welcome.
Wait, we're done? Like, what time it is? Oh, wait, if you need the time, I have my own line of watches.
Lena.